Star Trek confirms Sisko is returning to the franchise as a god. Ben Sisko, the fan favorite captain of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, returning uses his omnipotent powers to track down a godlike killer. How's it going, everybody? W.F.S, your doctor out here, and want to talk about Captain Sisko and the story that they are going to be bringing him back as a god. Let's check out the article. In IDW Publishing's forthcoming Star Trek series, Deep Space Nine, Captain Benjamin Sisko returns as a god. Star Trek fans last saw Sisko in the epic final of Deep Space Nine, but now the fans' favorite icon has returned, sent by the prophets on an urgent mission to discover who or what is killing the god-like beings of the Star Trek universe. This series will now serve as a sequel to the Deep Space Nine, kick off a vast new story involving a host of fan-favorite heroes and villains. Well, right off the bat, when they're talking about they're going to send Sisko off to go find out who's killing the gods, I have to go back to Picard Season 2, Q dying, and they really didn't explain that the Continuum was dying, although they did mention in Star Trek Discovery that no one had ever heard from the Q Continuum, not for a long time after that event. So this could be part of that, trying to figure out what happened not only to the Continuum, but what's going on with the prophets as well. For 7 seasons, Benjamin Sisko commanded the Federation space station Deep Space Nine. The station, which once belonged to the Cardassians, is positioned at the entrance to the only known stable wormhole in the galaxy. The wormhole leads to the far-off Gamma Quadrant, which no Federation ship has ever visited. Deep Space Nine's final episode, titled What We Leave Behind, saw Sisko depart this plane of existence to walk with the prophets, the godlike beings who lived in the wormhole, and learn more about his destiny as the emissary. Sisko has not been seen since, leaving many fans to wonder if there would ever be a return. Now IDW is giving the fans their wish with the forthcoming Star Trek ongoing. Again, I am looking forward to this. The new book will serve as the flagship of IDW's Star Trek comic line and will be written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly and drawn by Raman Rosian. IDW has related that the synopsis of the Star Trek's first issue, revealing that Sisko will return from the wormhole with omnipotent powers. However, there's a catch. The longer Sisko remains on the human plane of existence, the more his godlike powers fade. Sisko, to complete his mission, has assembled a ragtag group of Starfleet personnel to help in his quest. Aboard the USS Therese, Sisko and his crew must race against time to stop the slaughter of godlike beings such as the organisms Gary Mitchell and Trelane. I'm telling you, they're probably even going to look for what killed off the Continuum as well. And going back to Trelane here, a lot of people believe that Trelane is a Q. It's Stardate 2378, and Benjamin Sisko has finally returned from the Bajoring wormhole. Omnipotent, but with every minute his godhood is fading. Sent by the prophets on a mission to the deepest parts of space aboard the USS Therese, he has witnessed the unthinkable. Someone is killing the gods, and only Sisko and a motley crew of Starfleet members from every era of Trek can stop them. Just look at the detail of this drawing. It looks great. I mean, I tell you, if they actually had a T-shirt with that on the back, I probably would be out there buying it because that thing really does look so cool. Star Trek has shown different species as captains, but never before has a god commanded a starship, which opens up an interesting story possibilities, such as how does omnipotent impact command decisions? How does it affect combat when a mere thought can wipe a starship out of existence? Sisko and his crew must wrestle with these implications. Sisko Return also gives readers a good picture of what is at stake here. Something or someone is killing the gods of the Star Trek universe. These all-powerful beings, as seen through the years, are immensely powerful, toying with humans as if they were ants. Again, Q. For some force to be able to kill them is a level of power beyond anything Starfleet has encountered, which makes Sisko's godlike which makes Sisko's godlike new form perfect for the job. Of course, with Sisko being a god himself, there is the possibility that he is on the hit list of whoever is responsible for killing omnipotent beings. And considering that the longer he stays in the human dimension, the weaker he gets. Sisko is putting it all on the line in the new series. Deep Space Nine fans have been clamoring for Sisko's return for 23 years, and W.F.S. new Star Trek comic brings him back as the franchise's most powerful captain ever. As I said before, this, from what I'm seeing here, it looks good. Sisko has always been my favorite captain out of all of them. And to be honest with you, the Deep Space Nine series has always been my favorite. And that is because I feel like there was more character and plot development coming from this series than there was from even the Next Generation, Voyager, and even Enterprise. Deep Space Nine had so much. By the beginning, I'm going to say by the beginning of the middle of the second season, it really did start to pick up. And once the Klingon War kicked in, the Dominion War, that show just went off the chain with excellent stories. So to have this happen, this comic come out, it sounds like a good thing, and I'm looking forward to it. So, what do you think? Do you think this is going to be good? What's your thoughts on Sisko returning with godlike powers? And the question I have about that is, would the Federation really let someone with omnipotent powers take command of a Federation starship? I mean, Riker had that issue with Q and Picard in the first season. Well, I'm going to go, but please click your comments, put your comments below. I really would love to hear them. And click the like button, and also please click the subscribe button. I would love to see that, and I would just love to know your comments about this. So please, have a good day, my friends. I'm W.F.S., your doctor, and God bless.